Hi guys, so I wanted to do a video this week on just looking at, how we're traveling and if we're slipping, and what we're feeding ourselves, and if there are any things that are going on under the surface, because I feel like that's a really important one. I've had a bunch of people kind of say to me at the moment that they're struggling with certain things, but they don't actually know what they are. So I've done some exercises myself on this because I did notice myself going through some changes, and I always feel it's important to keep up with our maintenance because no one is perfect. No matter how much we know, no matter how much we do, it's so easy to give information to somebody else and say, well, this is how you can change your life. But actually doing it regularly to yourself is a little bit more difficult. So I wanted to share with you guys a positivity pledge that I found that I thought was really sweet, and just a very quick exercise on how we can analyze what's really going on in our own minds and avoid slipping. So, signs that you might be slipping might be a change in hygiene or socializing. I noticed for myself I wasn't really making an effort to look my best when I went out. I wasn't really cleaning the house, wasn't making an effort to talk to anyone. In fact, I was shutting people off. I didn't really want to speak to anyone. And I was also avoiding the issue at hand, which was that there was a problem, right? So when we do notice that there's a problem, sometimes we just need to do an exercise to face up to what's really going on, and then we can, actually work through it, which is obviously a much better decision than just looking at the issue through our feelings and that self-sabotage and also the avoidance that comes with that. So I'm gonna give you guys the exercise, which is just here. Okay, so the exercise is you write down onto a piece of paper these categories, and then we look at what we are actually doing in those categories at this point in time for ourselves and our needs to get met and our happiness, right? Because we all know that happiness is something that we have to claim every single day. It's not something that we own or that we can keep or that anybody can keep. Nobody is perfect. Everybody has their own daily struggles, and that's what we're trying to do here, right? Just continue to learn ways and when we can make ourselves happy. Okay, so the categories are social. So if you're noticing that you're shutting people off socially, obviously that's a key factor that you might be slipping in your mental wellness or avoiding something that needs to be addressed, or maybe you just need some me time. I mean, it depends on your personality type as well. So social, what are you giving to yourself at the moment? What are you getting from your social circles, and what would you like? Fun and joy. Are you diving into the passions that help you express your feelings? Painting, drawing, writing, creating. Maybe you like clay or crafting things. I mean, there could be anything. It could be sitting at the beach and getting some you time in, some relaxation. Self. So what are you doing for yourself? Are you chasing any of your goals that you're looking at? Is there anything that you are striving for? Is there something that you want, dreams? I mean, what are we doing for ourselves? Are we showering daily? That's an important one as well. Going for walks, exercise, that actually promotes the serotonin in our brains. And if we are slipping, if there's maybe depressive symptoms coming on, exercise and diet and sleep are three big things there. Work. So what's going on in your work situation? Is there something that needs to be addressed? What do you have? What do you not have? Etc. Spiritual. Are you feeding yourself everything that you need to in spiritual areas? Whatever you believe in and whatever you are striving towards, what are you doing for yourself spiritually? Are you feeding yourself in the right way? Are you surrounding yourself with people who promote that for you as well? Mental. Are you promoting your mental stability? Are you acknowledging your feelings and thoughts? And are you surrounding yourself with people who are not toxic, who are promoting mental stability as well? Physical, so like exercise, like I was talking about, and diet is another one. Sleep is also good for physical. But stress is another one that obviously affects our physical. And if we're sick, you know, it's overwhelming ourselves. A lot of things that, if we're piling too much on our plate, does affect our physical as well. So, I mean, if you have any disabilities, you know, that's something to look at as well. You know, are you doing everything you possibly can to promote the best physical you know, situation that you would like? And me personally, I've just looked at this recently, and I'm going to try and change my diet because I have been letting myself go, I'll be honest, and my diet is terrible, and it's probably making me depressed, and yeah, so that's something that I need to look at. Okay guys, so I'm going to finish this video with a exercise that, well, a little mantra that I found that I thought was beautiful. Okay, so it's called the Positivity Pledge. I'd love you guys to, you know, say it in your mind every morning if you have your own version of it, or, you know, just say it right now in your mind with me. Okay, I shall no longer allow negative thoughts or feelings to drain me of my energy. Instead, I shall focus on all the good in my life. I will think, feel, and speak it. By doing so, I will send out positive energy into the world, and I shall be grateful for all the wonderful things it will attract into my life. So remember that. I shall no longer allow negative thoughts or feelings to drain me of my energy. Instead, I shall focus on all the good in my life. I will think, feel, and speak it. So, I mean, how often do we focus on all of the negative feelings that sit with us? We sit with those feelings in our bodies, yet when something exciting happens or when we achieve something, we don't sit with those exciting feelings because we feel that there's something wrong with being so happy for ourselves, for our own achievements. That's actually quite egotistical, and it can be if we're only focused on that. But if we're focused on our well-being and also giving out to the world, that's perfectly healthy. It's okay to be happy for the things that we've achieved in life, right? I will think, feel, and speak it. So what do we say to ourselves? What are we feeding ourselves? This is a three-part, you know, mental, spiritual, physical. It's all about how we speak to ourselves, to others, what behaviors we're acting out, what we're feeding ourselves, you know. By doing so, I will send out positive energy into the world, and I shall be grateful for all the wonderful things it will attract into my life. When we're doing wonderful things, when we feel great, that is the best way to attract the most amazing people. They will see what kind of energy you're putting out. I noticed last year I got my hair done. One of my amazing friends did my hair for me. He put some foils in it, and I started getting a lot of attention from men that I didn't usually get on the streets, like guys looking at me or talking to me or whatever. And I said to my friend, oh my goodness, you have just, you know, really promoted my self-esteem and made me feel really good about myself, and like I'm attractive again or whatever, you know, because I was going through this kind of bad spell of not really caring about myself for a little bit. Anyway, and I said, but actually I'm wondering whether it was the confidence that I had after you did my hair, or if it was the hair, or maybe both. And he said, I would have to say it was the confidence. And I was like, oh, okay. Because you know what, once you have confidence and you have love for yourself, you glow, you radiate that, you put that out into the world, and people can see it. So it doesn't matter what you have to do to get yourself feeling confident and happy. Do it, you know, within reason. If it's like $200 and you might not be able to afford to eat this week, just eat instead. do it next time. Do something cheaper. Okay guys, I will talk to you guys next week, and I thought I would just do this small video. Remember to treat yourself kind this week and treat others kind as well. Alright, take care. Bye.